put it on. You are cards up in... I'll give you like 10 seconds. 30 seconds.
Give me a little bit
I've
extra
got
time.
Something.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, he's starting up everything, so it's taking him a moment.
fair.
But I'm gonna find some music. 4 should be good. Ooh, this sounds nice. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Repeat. Stream. Yeah, I'll stream today. If I don't die.
Hopefully death doesn't take you.
Keep forgetting to update my fucking stream. My OBS needs to update so desperately.
I'm going to play the ambience I know I'm going to play.
Gav, my stream title's Keeping a Promise.
Yay!
Mine's just titled Gaviel.
Hold on, let me get my mirror where it needs to be. Okay, that should be good.
I think inscription music is safe.
I do have
Should be.
one question for you specifically. Actually, both of you.
Okay.
How does Kira sense things that are... How would Kira sense things sometimes?
With her glasses off, she has soul sight and mana sight.
Okay.
She purposely tries not to use her soul sight. It makes her hungry, and she has tried to abstain from that anymore.
Because Kira can eat souls, right?
Yes, once you eat a soul, at least in my understanding of the mechanics of it, you then hunger for souls forever. It is a repercussion.
Even if you change bodies and you change everything.
It's a part of your soul. It's an aberration to the very being of existence.
Okay.
So.
And one question for Benny.
Hmm.
What is the worst conflict he has been in?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Define conflict.
What is the worst conflict that Benny has been in terms of a fight?
Ooh. Worst conflict I've been involved in terms of a fight. Oh god. There's lots.
What is the one that would be on his mind the most recent?
Most recently?
Either his dad or his wife.
That wasn't really of a conflict. That was more of just... He wasn't really fighting. He couldn't.
That's true.
But when he was fighting, the one that sticks with him the most, the one that haunts him probably the most, is that night he went to raid an IMC tower, slaughtered a bunch of guys, and ate one of them when Tomie was still in his body.
How many is a bunch?
At least over 20.
Understood. Set up accordingly. You have however much time you need, and cards up will be cards up.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'm not expecting combat, but I'm still carrying my weapons.
Yeah, I was about to say, whatever you came in as, whatever you come in as.
Kira got me out of my armor, though, so I'll just say that.
place is a little odd. You need to be able to walk.
Oh, I'm sliding, aren't I? Yep. Damn it.
Benny, the first thing that hits you as you're walking is just how quiet it is. There's nothing. There's no birds, there's no bugs, there's nothing. It's just silent.
Kira, can you hear anything?
No.
Kira, nothing.
I don't even hear the wind.
Where are we?
The coordinates were somewhere between Spain and Portugal.
We are in
Geographically.
between Spain and Portugal, but the problem is, I'm uncertain where we are. It has no name on the map, and it has no history. Which means it's been erased.
Why is Gaviel here?
He's trying to keep a promise. Let him tell you.
Kira, as you're walking, you just kicked a bullet casing. It's old. It's been here for years. And as you notice that one, you see more and more and more scattered around. Benny, what you see before you is best described as a war zone. There is conflict across the entire place. This is about the worst you've ever seen. A mound where it looks like an explosive was either detonated or something was buried here. You're not really sure. Doesn't smell of anything though.
What does this place smell like?
It's hard to say. Some of it you smell ionization still on some of the walls. You see the burn marks. You see the gunpowder is still smelling in the air even after years. Benny, you've seen conflict, and as you're looking around, you see the bullet casings, the what look like clips and magazines everywhere. All rusted, all degraded, as if they've just been left here. These are not small caliber weapons. Some of them are, yes, 9mm. Some of them are 7.62. Some of them are 5.56. As you throw that one down, it clatters against another 3 or 4 on the ground.
There's more casings than sand.
Kira, you would sense that Gaviel is where the sign is pointing. Looking to
There's
your
a
right.
sign.
Yes, if you look to your right.
What's the
Oh,
right?
no, sorry, your left. Your left.
I see. I think he's that way. I know where he is, but it's more like a directional thing. I don't think you'll need that.
In your days as being a ganger, as running the syndicate, as doing what you've done, you know when somebody's fortified something. You can just tell.
Somebody dug in here. There's a barricade. Are you sure nobody else is here?
Gaviel wouldn't bring us here if we were supposed to be fighting. Not today.
As you do look at the ground, Benny, he's not wrong. She is right. There's only one set of footprints that are recent. Look like Gaviel's shoes too, and they're just walking forward. Again, more conflict, more bullets, more burns, more everything. Is there anything that Benny is keeping an eye for? Anything in particular, besides movement?
Aside from movement, anything shiny or glinting. If everything here is old and rusted, anything new would be shiny, especially metals or glares from scopes.
Nothing. All the same dull colors. All you see is what you've been seeing. Battle, conflict. You see laser, what look like burns on one side of the wall, bullet holes right next to your head almost. And just carnage,
But no bodies.
but no bodies. There's definitely was a battle here. You definitely see the bloodstains at the minimum, but
There's
there
no
are
corpses.
no bodies. There are no bodies.
There's
And this
no,
blood is old.
there's no bodies, there's no armor, there's no skeletons.
That would leave proof.
Between the different bullets, the laser holes. I think corpse made their way through here.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Benny, that's what's confusing you, though. You're right, there's definitely a corp made its way through here, but you would have assumed an army did this. But it doesn't look like it.
Which way are we going?
The footsteps and Kira's senses lead forward.
That way.
Benny and Kira, as you approach this gate, it is faded and rusted, but you can make out some letters. Barely, but there are some letters on here. Anna Maria.
You recognize that?
Obviously not. I mean, I could try to look it up, but if I do, it might ping something, and then somebody might get interested.
Is that cross with the skulls there?
It is. Although, if you approach, see what happens.
Jesus Christ.
At first glance, you think the barbarity, the incivility of it, but as you look closer, something doesn't seem right about the skulls. They're a little too dusty, too well made. Kira, you've looked at enough of these to know these are plastic. They're Halloween party tricks.
Think
What are you?
it's not real.
Benny, the distinct sound of nails hitting plastic.
What the hell?
I know what bone looks like.
So do I, but...
It's a fake out, which means it's meant to scare someone off.
Yet again, more conflict, this time centered around the bridge above. A lot of the wooden supports are gone. Blown out by gunfire, laser fire. It's barely holding on, but it's still there. Kira, as you touch the tree, its bark just cracks and breaks. It's dead. They're all dead.
That's what I thought. Interesting.
Benny and Kira, as you begin to look at this tunnel, it's hard to tell what is brick and dirt and what is bullet casing.
Maybe we shouldn't touch anything in here.
As you step, your feet simply push aside all the casings. You step further in and your boot sinks slightly. It's wet now. The smell is still there though. That ozone, that dried, stale air. But you begin to smell something else in the air, both of you. The first sense in quite some time. It smells like tea. Kira, you would know this is Earl Grey.
Interesting. Wonder if Gaviel's prepared something or if it's something this place is holding on to.
More of the same skulls from before, plastic. Kira, you would sense that the building in front of you is where he is.
Found him. He's over there.
Benny and Kira would notice this. There are no more bullet casings here. No more blood, no more conflict.
That doesn't seem right.
Mm-mm.
Benny, as you are standing here, there is something that catches your eye inside. The small glint of metal on a table. As you step in, you see the only actual thing that looks newer around here. The typewriter. It looks like it hasn't been used in some time, but it's still definitely the newer thing of everything here. Kira, all these books are decayed beyond belief. You can't even tell which is which. They're all molded together.
Shame.
Still works. Though the ink is quite faded, it's barely there, it still works to some degree. As you step in here, Benny, it is nearly as it looks. Old, decrepit, rotten. And Kira, as you approach, you do notice one thing. Kira would especially notice that out of all the bookshelves, there are 5 here that are completely preserved. Benny, you would see as you walk over there is a hot pot of tea on the table. Seems that he had to step away for a moment. Definitely looks like something Gaviel would brew. Kira, as you look at the books, there are 4 in total, and they are just simply having Roman numerals as titles. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I'm gonna take out one. And I'm gonna go to the author page and look to see who the author is.
There is no author. What you see instead is just 4 pieces of information written differently and in various orders. Names, or at least descriptions, dates, and that's it. And they are filled. The book is well preserved. It looks like whoever did make it used something decent to make sure it wouldn't rot. The first date that you would have seen is 2327.
That's
I might have
100
gotten it
years
correct.
ago. It's 100 years ago. Interesting.
Coming!
Right?
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. Thank you.
Of course.
I guess, find a seat. Probably. Just... What did you tell him?
We're here to help you keep a promise.
Oh. I haven't really told you that part, huh?
It's all I can remember from yesterday.
No, it's fine.
I'm losing some time nowadays.
No, it's fine. I guess I should talk about exactly what this place is. Context.
Yeah, I
Or
couldn't
what it
find
was.
it on anything. The map, the codex, nothing.
Not surprised. My grandfather was a cleaner. You know what the term means. If you don't, I can explain it. If people had problems, he would clean them up. This was the last problem he ever cleaned up before he retired. That's why he retired, kind of. I should explain. This was a village. They had something, I forget. Corporation wanted it, and they weren't willing to budge. They used a lot of scare tactics, things that would scare most normal people away. You saw the skulls. A lot of people thought they were real. When the company decided they had enough, they called my grandfather in. And, well, you see the result. Of course, I didn't know any of this growing up. I thought my grandfather was just a writer. Made his money off of some novel series he wrote. And he was my hero. Died, and I get brought to a room and played a video. Talked about everything. And, he made me make a promise. That if I ever killed anybody, I'd have to do the same thing he did. So I'm here. But I figured since I have to do this, I might as well, bring some people along, my friends. Just make it a little bit easier.
What do you have to do?
Just to write down their names in those books with times and dates of so many names. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much. Good people can do bad things, and bad people can do good things. That's just a fact. Do you know what I think you are? I think you're a good person who's had to do bad things.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, my grandfather probably would agree with you.
You still love him though, don't you? Your grandfather,
course.
even after finding out what he really did.
He's my hero. He's the only family member I've ever had.
He took care of you. Loved you. Made you feel safe. Gave you a home.
But you didn't see him often, did you?
Really, no. Once in a blue moon. When my parents needed me to go away for some tutoring, he'd let me room with him. His house isn't that far away from here. The whole property's his. Or was his. Now is mine, technically.
Who is Anna Maria?
That question is what? It's the village name.
Your grandfather named the village after Anna Maria?
No. My grandfather butchered the village named Anna Maria.
It's the reason why it didn't come up on a map. He cleaned it off. It's been erased. And if I would have searched it, it would have pinged something and people would have come looking.
No, I mean, it would have pinged something. It would have pinged me. Again, he owns the property.
Why do you still love your grandfather?
Because he's my hero. For all the bad things I know he's done, he's still my hero. He still taught me how to appreciate literature, how to be a good person, how to try to be better.
Your grandfather.
Sounds very familiar.
Your grandfather is the kind of person that I would get called in to go and try and kill. Or the people that we would group up together to go stop.
Like I wasn't. You and your merry band would have come up against me as well.
He did what he did for his own reasons. He never really talked about it, even in his will. I don't know why he did what he did. He just did it. Was it for greed? Was it for a thrill? Was it for some greater sense of justice? I don't know. But he did it. And he made the choice to do it.
He also chose to love you and care for you and teach you right from wrong. And help you be a better man than he ever could be.
He also wanted to do it despite my mother and father because they were right cunts.
You're a smart man, Gav. I'm not. So help me understand why you asked me to be here.
Because you're my friend. And I would like my friend to be here. I mean, there's deeper meaning behind it than that, but that's the basic of it. I can tell you're shaken. I've never seen you like this before. Figured I'd try to help in some way.
I've had a lot of bad things happen.
That's true. And a lot of bad things are going to happen. But a lot of good things can happen as well. It's about the choices you make.
Yeah, I know. That's like someone once told me. I'm just someone who constantly fails to do the right thing.
I doubt Mizuchi would say the same thing.
That's also not true. You do the right thing all the time.
Please don't.
This factual statement.
She...
What?
She'd be heartbroken. She'd be disappointed in seeing what I'm doing.
Yes, she would. Especially your intentions.
I'm not...
If she's anything like what you said she was. I'm certain of it.
I'm not talking about recent events. I'm talking about going back and doing awful things all over again.
Yes, and that was my fault. I should have pulled you out. I should have been there for you and helped you in the way you needed to be helped, but I didn't. And I let you go down that spiral into the mud and in the dark and in the blood.
I did terrible things
That's my
before you and
fault.
I got together.
But you
That's
never...
life. I'm
You
never
never
being
slipped
honest,
off the
that's-
edge.
It's life. Truth be told, I've done terrible things. Things I'm not proud of, things I have to weigh with for the rest of my life. That's just life. It's about doing the good things because it's the good thing to do. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think I'm helping Kira and you right now?
Kira pays you.
I would have done it anyway.
I didn't ask him to do this. He called
It's
me.
it's the right thing to do. Someone is hurt, someone is kidnapped. What is the first thing you want to do? You want to help them. That's just the right thing to do. I've done everything I've ever done because it's just the right thing to do, and I want to try to help. And it's got me into a lot of fucking shit. It really has. And I have to bear that weight. But I know I'm doing the right thing, and so are you. Sure, the actions are not what we would call right. You know, torturing people is not exactly a good thing to do. And if I had to be honest, I wouldn't want to be there for it, but... well, I made a choice. I was there. I could have left any time, and I didn't. I still could have left any time, and I didn't. I'm sure my grandfather would probably be extremely disappointed at me, though.
I am sorry for that, Gaviel.
It's fun. It's like at least disappointment is a marker of you doing something that's probably right. Means you made a mistake and you can learn from it.
I've made these mistakes before. Something tells me I'm gonna keep making
right
them.
Again.
It'll make it right. I mean, do you know what I did at Mr. Really?
You're a diplomat.
Correct yet incorrect. I was a diplomat. I was part of the Department of Diplomacy. The department I was a part of was Department of Controlled Messaging. I will let you do with it what you will. I was very good too.
You're still very good.
I'm talking to the job. I know that.
I know.
It was not a good thing to be good at. Trust me. I don't like being good at that. It's not a bad thing to want to do whatever it takes to help people you care about. It's a bad thing to enjoy every moment of doing what it takes and forgetting why you're doing it. You're not forgetting why you're doing this. I can tell.
There's not much I can really say. I'm not good at this. Talking.
Nobody's good at all. You're talking to the man who hasn't had friends for 26 years of his life.
And yet you're a better conversationalist than me.
That's because I've had to do it from my parents because they forced me to. There's a difference between having a conversation and being a friend. I can talk to anybody. That's not that hard. It's different to talk to a friend. Say what you want to say.
I don't even know where to start. I just... I just don't feel right.
Okay. What doesn't feel right?
How is it that people keep looking at me and calling me a good person when I'm constantly called to do bad things, and I do them every time, even if there's a good motive behind them?
Okay, let's break that down for a minute. People call you a good person. Let's go through examples. Myself. You're a good person to me. You've been kind to me. You've helped me out in situations where I needed help. And you didn't have to. I was a stranger. Shit, we've only met how many months ago now at this point?
6.
You've known me for 6 months. And yet you were still willing to help me do things. You were still willing to help me.
You started it. You looked out for
Yeah,
my
I started.
daughter.
I-
Ambrosia. Even when
I
you were...
know. That's still... My point stands. Just because I looked out for your daughter doesn't mean you have to treat me as kindness. You could have seen it as anything. You could have seen me as trying to weasel my way into something to get some gain out of it. You could have seen me as a spy. You could have seen me as anything.
I did think
chose
of
to
you as
see
a
me.
spy for a little while. But I also realized that I just didn't care.
Me for who? Yeah, never mind.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, sure.
Vestratech.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I thought the reason you kept coming back to talk to me was because Vestratech told you to. That's why you kept showing up in my shop.
No. I can tell you that for certainty. No. I showed up because I made a choice to show up. Alright, second example.
There's a difference between people like us and people like him. He's writing down the first 4 names that
Please.
he's ever taken the life of today.
I don't know the
We
names,
can't
but
even remember how many we've taken. But that's not what I see when I look at you. I see sunlight in a city of darkness. Because when I was dead and so numb and cold and lonely, your presence warmed me enough to keep coming back, even after you shot me or tried to. It wasn't anything that I've seen before. Your kindness to me, your patience, even after the way I saw you try so hard for people, for anyone that came in your direction, and you noticed they were harmed or hurt, down on their luck, needed anything. The way you would stop what you were doing immediately and offer your hand. Not for any gain of yourself, but just because you wanted to help those people that you've never met before. Because you saw someone in pain or in need, and you tried. And even when they would bite that hand you offered, you apologized. And you offered it again, showing them it was safe. You've never wanted to use anything I could do for your own personal gain. You just accepted me. You lifted me when I started to fall. Every time I stumbled, you kept your promise to lift me back up. So that's what I'm doing. I do not care how many times you try and walk away. If you yell, if you scream, if you cry, if you fight me, I don't care. I will apologize to you, and I will offer you my hand again, because I want to be better for you. Because you are a good man that does bad things. That I will love you always. Does that answer your question? Should I go on?
No, I think you made your point clearly.
To counteract a point that both of you saying, just because you don't remember the names doesn't mean you're not good. The reason my grandfather kept a tally, a list, isn't because of some altruistic thing. He wants to remember the dead. He just didn't want to forget what he did. But he told me the reason I would need to do it, so I don't forget either. Just because you can't remember every single name of every single person you killed or how many people you killed doesn't mean you don't remember. Doesn't mean that weight is still there, that you don't carry that burden. And remember that you're not a monster, that you can be better, both of you. Because I will say both of you. Because just as much as he's thinking it, I know you're thinking it as well. You're also a good person who's done very bad things, and I understand that. And I'll choose to believe you're a good person until you prove me otherwise. What else? Because there's more, and I know there's more.
You're not religious, you wouldn't.
Try me.
It's said, speculated, that each of our souls, our bodies, our minds, are all predetermined, crafted perfectly by God. We can be capable of many things. Why would God put me together to make me this? When he knows that this, what I do, who I am, are exactly the kinds of people that go down to hell. I've heard this multiple times from people who know far better than I do. It's rigged. It's always rigged. I'm not supposed to go up there. I never was going to be able to.
Who says?
I've heard this talk come from people before. Jonas, Schulte, Evelyn, Develin, even Kira.
I have told you multiple occasions that I actually believe that you're one of the people that could actually get up there, so you can forget that part. I have faith in you.
To answer your first part of your question before we get to the people part about God assembling you in a certain way. just as much as you have to have faith in him, it is your idea that he has faith in you. Think about it. It's a choice at the end of the day. If he wanted people to always be with him, he would just make everybody do the same thing. He would make them perfect. He would make sure that everybody gets to go to heaven because he gets all the people. It's a choice. He has faith that you can make the choices that will get you up there. And if you don't, you can still know that you can make the choices better. That you know you're making choices. And you can reflect and try again. It's not perfect. God only knows it never fucking works all the time, but that's faith. It's about believing that and trusting in something. I mean, shit, this is coming from somebody that sees the future every day. I have faith that in some way things are just gonna work out.
You're
Oh,
gonna
geez.
believe Schulte?
I was about to start with that one, but you can start.
You're gonna believe Jonas? Evelyn? You're gonna believe them?
They see men like me all the time. If anyone knows